might actually be a bit of a strange video to make to those of you who have been following the channel for a long time. But for anyone that sort of is a little bit more new to the channel, or to be fair, actually, may not have been obvious overall to other people. But 99.9% of the stuff, it's so near to 100%. All of this is mine, basically. This is what I was going to say. I own all of this. Everything you see in these videos, well, let's go for a quick spin. So all of this, I can't see where any of this is going now, but all of this here that you see is actually mine. I own it, and I've paid for most of it too. I've been given a few bits over the years, but I own all of this. Now, as I said, that may seem a little bit of a weird thing to say. It's certainly not a brag, but so sometimes I read comments, and I think sometimes it may escape people, and it's generally names that I don't recognise. Now, I know I'm lucky enough that many of you have been following the channel for a long time. And many of you do. We do interact in the comments section, and subsequently, I do recognise a lot of names. But then I do get the odd comment here and there about, sort of, I would love to see you do, X drum or X kit or whatever. And the thing is I think then this sort of video then becomes a bit more of a, not so much a necessity, but it's kind of like, I buy all this stuff here, and I don't have an endless stack of cash to pay for it. As much as I would genuinely love to have, first of all, an endless supply of money, as much as I would love to actually be able to do almost like requests, as it were, I do physically have to buy it in order to, or I would have to physically buy it in order to sort of fulfill that request. Now, not that I've necessarily got a problem with that, but I think I've said in other videos, my life has changed quite considerably in the last 2 years, and I don't have the money, and I don't necessarily have the interest quite in the same way as I did. That's not to say I've lost interest in any of this. I haven't at all. But things change. All right, look. Okay, actually, I'll go down the classic line. Shit happened. And now, basically, the world has changed a little bit. And I'm not talking about the whole coronavirus thing. Just life changed. But, I do own all of this stuff. I've bought all of this stuff. I worked hard for a lot of all of this. Well, a lot of this stuff. And the reason why I started the channel in the first place was really just to share some stories and a bit of fun and some sound files over the drums that I'd collated over the years. And if you go back far enough to see some of the very poorly filmed and just all over poorly filmed videos I did when I had. I think these days I have not much clue what I'm doing, but certainly when I started doing this, I had absolutely no clue. So there has been a slight rise in my level of clue. But I didn't start this off as really as a sort of review channel. It was more just a bit of fun. I know I've said before in a previous video, fairly recently, that I took inspiration from Jay Leno's Garage to do this channel, and that's kind of, if you know Jay Leno's Garage, and I'm sure there's pretty much no one alive in North America that doesn't know who Jay Leno is and what he's into. Although the garage bit is kind of a giveaway. Then you know what? That's where the whole concept for this really sort of came from, albeit in not the same format and certainly not on the same budget level as Jay Leno has. But you know, as I said, it's not a brag. It's just, you know, I've worked hard for all this. I'm not ashamed that I own it or anything like that. And pretty much everyone has always been supportive in the comments, and everyone, and the few people that I've met as well. Well, thank you on that basis. But you know, I think it probably does. I think it is worth pointing out, that's all, really. The reason why you see the content, mainly the drums, that is, in this instance, that you do on this channel is because I have bought it. I very rarely get review stuff in that I can also do on this channel. Now, if you do follow me on Facebook and Instagram, I do occasionally link the other product reviews that I do for MikeDolby.com on Facebook, and occasionally, if I remember, I sort of do that on Instagram as well. But I have explained that the stuff that I get from MikeDolby.com to review stays on MikeDolby.com. Because I've not had any hand in basically arranging that, and I think it would be an abuse of trust and relationship for me to then make a video about it myself. So that's generally the reason why the two are separate. Now, anything that I have, like the Ebenor drum that I did recently, the Ebenor drum actually belonged to a friend of mine. He loaned it to me, so I could do a couple of videos and things with it, and but that's an example of basically where I've sorted the review out, and it's fair game as far as I'm concerned to also feature a video on it on here. But for the most part, as I've said, over the years, if you go back over the however many videos that I've done, I own pretty much all of that, or I have owned pretty much all of that. Some of it's now moved on. But the long and the short of it is basically you see the content on this channel that you see because I have bought that product. And whilst I genuinely would like to be in a position where I could say, yeah, you know what, I'll just call up so-and-so and get one of those. You know what, I can't. I don't really know a lot of people at drum companies. I know some of the guys who are smaller builders. I do know, though, especially the ones in the UK. But even then, you can't just phone people up and say, yo, I'd really like to review whatever drum. Can you send me one? Because, you know, that's taking time out of people's lives and work and budget and cost and everything else. And it just, you know, it doesn't work like that. So pretty much everything that you ever see on this channel has been bought by me, and for a reason. And that's the reason why I can't generally take requests as much as I would like to. I hope that's cleared some things up. Probably won't be a surprise to many of you, but I think it was maybe worth saying anyway. So thanks for watching. See you again.